Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Steambot Chronicles. In the last episode we got all 25 things I wanted from the mine. The artifacts, the 4 sorts of gem, and the Eurydica mine plate. Which means we never have to go back there again, and it also means next time we're in the area we can clear out the Fen ruins without fear of terrible, horrible things happening to our game. Well, horrible things meaning we can't complete a side quest and get a plate. I want all those plates. I'm a crockery collector. You see I bought a new weapon and I'm equipping it now if I can select the right sort of arm. The Iron Club. A fairly powerful melee weapon. I mean really the sword and the claw and the club seem to do the same amount of damage as far as I can tell, but the club has the most durability of the 3, so it is the best. I think it's got a bit less range, but that doesn't really matter because you're going to be right up in their face anyway. We're lowing go on fuel? Yes, we're going low on fuel. There's enemies in the area, so it is not a problem. We'll just kill them and get it back. And last time we were here, we fought the big logging monster. Can't remember what it was called, or the scraper or the scalper or something. This time around we've just got some Triclopses, which we are absolutely used to dealing with by this point. I mentioned before, the charge attack actually doesn't affect the durability of your weapons, so it is a very good thing to use. Killing an enemy with just a charge attack will take quite a while though, so it's more of a finishing move in my opinion. Anyway, there's 3 Triclopses here. I'm sure at some point the big long monster will come back. I seem to remember fighting it a few times. Got locked into my attack animation there. Silly me. Honestly, you shouldn't be mashing the button when you're fighting these guys. Now, which way was it? This way. Okay, this area has its triggers set up very strangely. Certain things that don't happen properly if you're coming back this way. You may remember on the way through it started raining here. No rain at the moment though. Back at Dandelion's place, and we walk past here, it starts to rain. And now if we go back this way, it continues to rain. Rains forever. Rain, rain, rain. Low on fuel once again. It's no problem though. And of course once you round the corner here where it just started raining, it stops raining. So coming back, if you don't turn round, it rains for a very, very small amount of time. So this Triclops was here on the way down, on the way up, on the way around. Sort him out again. The Triclopses are probably my favourite enemy we've encountered so far, because I really enjoy fighting them. It's nice to have an enemy you can beat easily, but there's still a risk involved. If you don't pay attention, you can get yourself ruined by them, like I was a little bit, but not that much. Over half health. It's all good. Also, those log firing enemies respawn as you go down. They're not set to appear as you in front of you as you go down. They just sort of appear behind you. As it makes sense, as fighting them from uphill is probably a very easy affair. Let's get ourselves sorted here. Notice we've still got Basil with us. Had him for the entirety of our mine adventure. Let's go back to town and continue the plot. Now when we come into Happy Garland this time, we've only got 4 available exits and stops. The Savory Desert exit, the one place we came in, the City Motors, and the Lobster Inn. And the Lobster Inn is of course the only place we can actually stop and get out of these exits. these stops. Strange. We can do what we want with Basil until we come back here and we're sort of railroaded into going to the Lobster Inn. It's slightly annoying as I actually want to go to the Memorial Park right now. Something I want to do there.
See you inside!
Bye bye, Basil. You have to get that seat cleaned. Anyway, as I said, we don't actually want to go into the Lobster Inn yet. We want to go this way. Zoom, here we are at the Memorial Park. We're going to be continuing the Pablo side quest again. There he is. There's Pablo, and he's looking wistfully over there at the Martlet Falls exit, I believe. Pablo apparently lives on a farm. Or lived on a farm. Now one of these days we're actually going to be able to look at all these paintings. Not this day though. We can't hang them anywhere until we return to Vladimir and finish his side quest naturally. And it's looking like we won't be back in Nefroberg for quite a while. Is sort of aggravating. Anyway, we're done here, let's head on back. Trash can. When I say head on back, I of course mean visit the university. University has been here all the time, just in the station square, just across from the arena and the Riverside Hotel. There's Riverside Hotel that way. Anyway, in we go. It's quite a large building. It's got 5 levels, I think. Or was it 4 levels? It's got a number of levels. The arts department doesn't have a professor at the moment. Science major is interested in thieves. Right, here's a picture of what I presume to be some sort of university guy, maybe the dean or the chancellor, I don't know. We are on the first floor. Also, second floor, and then had ground floors in wherever the hell we're supposed to be. Science department. Well, this room ties into a side quest that we've already been trying to do a bit of. That's interesting. Now, remember one of the orphans at the Zabala Hill villa place, abandoned mansion? That place. One of them was interested in books, which means, of course, the university is the place to talk about him. Now, how can we sort out an orphan's terrible predicament by visiting a university, you ask? Why, by earning him a scholarship. Now, a lot of the people in this room are concerned with the professor's terrible maths problem, which he has written up on the board. This guy's going off about flying trombobills. What nonsense. A circle inscribed inside a triangle inside a circle. So, we got an equation, let's memorize that. Yeah, we've totally memorized that. I'm sure there's a bit in Vinegar's diary about how he read the equation now. It's the only way of knowing that that is in fact important at all. Okay, next floor, art department, Pablo's side quest we shall continue with now. Some paintings out here. When I say some, I mean 2. Seems to be very concerned with mankind's struggle against conformity. I think it is really rewarding to just go and look at stuff in this game. It's just like nice little bits of flavour text everywhere. Well, this art department's a bit sparse. There's quite a few missing students here. And there's nobody up there teaching them, so they're just literally sitting around doing paintings without instruction. I hate drafting too. Bowl of withered fruit, nice touch I suppose. See, their professor was in charge of getting the stuff for the still lives. They are very concerned with Pablo, and they believe Pablo should come and teach them. Let's guess where this side quest is going. This is the art department. That's about it. Let's head upstairs once again. So the 4th floor. So a few things you can easily miss if you don't talk to everyone here. Also another book to read. Transcribe, that'll be in the post as usual. I'm sure it's very interesting. I haven't read it myself yet. This is the literature department. You're gonna study some literature. Professor's not happy that we've just walked in. He's the only person who seems to be bothered that we're stealing education. Naughty us. There's a lot of dialogue choices, but none of them really lead to anything. Kind of samey. Right, this guy here. Children's books, eh? Yep, got a few of them. Why, thank you. Yes, classic world literature. We've got that now. I believe there's a plate as a prize for collecting all the classic world literature books. That guy wants to study music. No more books for us here. We've got 2 now. 2 ones to write down. I bet they're long. Sigh. Anyway, up here we've got the music department. Really much to the music department. Everybody's sitting around with their instruments. Everybody seems to be going on about Dandelion in this room. Dandelion violins are expensive, it seems. It seems like it should be some sort of side quest or reward for playing along on the piano with them, but no. I tried it, it's literally just a place you can play the piano. It's a surprisingly decent place to play the piano if you do have a captive audience. These guys never leave. You can come here in the dead of night and there'll still be a bunch of people waiting around to give you money for playing the piano. Of course, my piano playing skill level gets me about 18 every time I play it, so let's not bother with that. Anyway, here we are back at the newspaper, the Urban Times, through the magic door. Right, I'm talking to Lance here because I need to talk to him to progress Pablo's side quest. Unfortunately, he is not playing along at the moment. I've got to wait until the next period of the day before I can do that. don't have any new stories, but we did promise to place an ad in the paper for the mine. Yeah, that'll do. I don't think there's a way to ruin this side quest. All three of those options are acceptable, apparently. One more try with Lance. And he's still going on about Betty.
Thanks for the assist. You're a decent guy. Laters.
Bye.
Good to see you back safe. I was worried the thieves got you. I'd like to hear about your trip. Maybe over dinner.
Sure, I don't have plans.
And stop by the Riverside Hotel restaurant later this evening. This evening will be fun. I can't wait.
Well, Basil's going to be annoyed with us. Now, at the moment I'm looking for Connie. I was under the impression that Connie would be around here somewhere for, you know, to receive the letter and the thing that I got from Dandelion. You have to actually go and give it to her through the gift-giving system in the game. But she is nowhere to be seen. She's supposed to be somewhere around here. I mean, during the day in Happy Garland, she's supposed to be in the Lobster Inn. I think because I went to Eurydica, I may have passed a bit of time. Because it's the evening now. What usually happens is you're there, like, in the afternoon. You get invited to go to dinner with Savory, then you talk to Connie. But no, that doesn't happen.
You must be Vanilla. Your friend is waiting at the table.
New favourite character.
Right this way, please. I'm sorry, were you waiting long?
Not at all. Don't worry about it. I will have this with white sauce and the vinaigrette.
Excellent choice, madame. And for the gentleman? I'll have one of these, two of these, and those. Thanks, Jeeves. Yes, if you are indeed serious, sir.
What crawled under his cummerbund? So do tell, how was the desert?
It was
I've never been
lovely.
there myself, but I hear it's a pretty rough place.
Let's be positive, because we're good vanilla.
It was a lot of fun. Connie and I swam in an oasis.
So there's an oasis there? How can they expect decent people to travel without the train anyway? Well, how was the food?
It was pretty bad.
You know, food is food.
I see.
A mediocre dinner. Anyway, this is a sort of semi-date with Savory we're on now. Lots of different talking options. None of it really comes to much. I think it affects your likeness level with Savory, as she is one of the dateable characters in the game.
So, can I ask you something? What do you think of everyone in the band? I want your honest opinion. You're one of us now, after all. Basil first. Come on, what do you think of him?
Basil...
Now we have the option to be as bitchy as we like about all the people.
acts like a little kid sometimes. You know, I don't really pay that much attention to him.
I see. Well, you should at least get to know him a little as a friend. How about Marjoram?
Marjoram? is always so calm. I think it's cool how he's always so calm and composed.
Yep, without him, the band would probably fall apart. Next, what about Fennel, the guy who left?
Fennel
Still don't trust him.
is passionate about his music.
Blue Trotmobile with a big
That guy
rocket
takes
launcher.
everything way too seriously.
Really? I always thought he was just trying to act cool. So, what about Connie? You've spent a lot of time with her.
Connie,
As the sadness is.
seems very sad about something. She holds on to her sadness and just won't let it go. Ah, so annoying.
That can't really be helped. We all have our problems. Okay, lastly, what about me?
Savory? You take what you want. I admire how aggressive you are.
Thanks, I guess. Am I really like that? Thanks for talking. I learned a lot about you.
Well, if it isn't Sir John. It's been quite a while, sir. Heading home?
That's Sir John, Malo's father.
Dun dun dun!
Famous doctor and the director of St. John's Ward. If your head's still hurting, you should probably have him take a look. I mean, he's your friend's dad, so you should at least stop by. Here, I'll mark the hospital on your map and everything. Oh, that's right. Marjoram wanted to talk to you, so make sure you find him. Tonight was a lot of fun. Thanks. I'm heading back to the hotel.
If you've been paying attention, you should now know that Malo was in fact responsible for running over Chicory. The archive newspaper listed St. John's son as the culprit, and unless St. John's got two sons, which I find unlikely, Malo did that terrible deed. Oh yes, Lance is finally ready to progress Pablo's side quest. We shall recommend Pablo to him. I'm sure we'll make a perfectly fine art professor. Probably the best thing to happen during the side quest so far, for something we'll see in the morning. Well, now that is done, let's take the magic doorway once again. Back to the Lobster Inn.
Welcome!
Right, before we head off, let's go meet Malo. Malo? Oh god, I got Malo on the brain. Marjoram, let's go talk to Marjoram like we were told to do.
Welcome back. I just booked our next gig.
Yep, we're going on tour.
It's in New Haven. Don Puccini is celebrating the completion of a new ship. We'll be performing on a luxury liner this time. I can't wait.
Sounds
Yeah,
fun.
that sounds like fun.
Let's make it our best concert yet. We're leaving for New Haven tomorrow morning, so meet us at Happy Garland Station. Basil and I will be up early, because we have to carry our instruments. Have a good night.
Right, the game expects us to go to bed right now, because it's put us in the bedroom. And visit the hospital in the morning, but we can go and visit it right now because it never closes, so let's do that. But first, we've got to go and give stuff to Connie. I feel I should have a little bit of explain about the like and dislike item system with giving presents to the ladies. We can't give anything to Savory yet, but we will later. She's one of the dateable characters after all, but Connie we can give stuff to. Apart from this pair of story items, the music sheet and the letter, we can give loads of stuff to them. Lots of things. A whole bunch of them. And we didn't read the letter. I'm sure she probably would have believed us even if we did read it. Anyway, There's 3 grades of items. There's a dislike, like, and a love. Now Connie has 2 items that she loves, which is honey and donuts. You give her honey, you give her donuts, you get in her good books. Savory, however, has only 1 item that she loves, and that is one of the jewels that you find in dungeon chests. Connie is by far the easiest character to date, because you can just load up on honey and donuts and stuff her full of sugary niceties. Sort of disturbing. Anyway, we're done here. Let's head to the hospital. After I walk in the wrong door. Did that a lot this update. Losing my touch. Don't know why I left that in. Anyway, the hospital. Hospital is another large building. It's got 3 floors. We want to go and talk to Sir John. It's interesting Sir John works at St. John's Ward. Wonder if he had any hand in picking that name. We have the operation room. So it's not exactly a very modern hospital, this one. Not really sure what the what American hospitals looked like in the 1920s, but the sort of level of technology they're at, I guess. All these wooden floors and wallpapered walls doesn't seem very hygienic, if you ask me. Right, here's the back entrance. We've got a nice little park here, some benches, and down here is the pathway that leads to the memorial park. There's nothing down there. Give me a nice shortcut though, if you need to get over this side of town from that side of town. Right, here we are on floor 2. Get the same answers from this receptionist up here. No way in here. Weird. More rooms. Looking for chests and things. There doesn't actually seem to be any. I swear I remember there was a chest somewhere. I couldn't find it this time. I could be confusing it with another building. Camera's weird in this room. Seems to be the only room in this area with a fixed camera. Very strange. Even rooms with a similar or identical layout have a free moving camera, so I don't know why that one was that way. Peculiar. Well, while we're wandering around aimlessly, I've not actually got anything to talk about, so Oh no, that was one thing I was going to say. The FAQ I was using said that when you meet Connie in the day, you're supposed to be able to give her the 2 articles from Dandelion and you'll perform a concert. But that didn't happen. Also said that you needed to arrest the director's office before visiting Savory, but obviously she just literally teleported across town into that cutscene area. Speaking of cutscenes, let's go and have one. Yeah!
Who are you?
I'm Vanilla, a friend of Malo's.
Malo, eh? Is that so? Well, unfortunately, Malo isn't here. You... that pendant! I gave that to Malo for his birthday! Where the hell did you get that?
You know, around.
I think a friend gave it to me.
Oh, come on, Vanilla, you know by now.
But that could mean... Why don't I tell you a little bit about Malo? 5 years ago, something happened. So he went overseas to attend school. But you see, he's supposed to be back by now. I received a letter last month stating he would be on the SS Juniper Berry. However, it never arrived. We still don't know exactly what happened. In fact, I have my own suspicions that it sank. If anything were to happen to Malo, if you do find out where he is, you must tell me immediately.
Yeah, just like we'd tell you about that boat crash.
Okay, I'll help you find Malo.
I appreciate it more than you could know.
Yeah, Vanilla doesn't seem to, you know, want to actually talk about the terrible thing that happened to him. You can be fairly sure that that guy who was with him on the boat was Malo. Not sure why Sir John decided to tell us about Malo when we said we were a friend of his. Probably makes more sense when you say you've got amnesia. But yeah, Malo was on the boat. He was coming home after spending 5 years abroad studying after running Chicory down and deciding it might be an idea not to be in the same country. You know, as the corpse of the famous singer that you ran over. Probably doesn't make you very popular. So, here's one I completely don't understand the dividend system at all. But we are the rebellious worker now. Both worker because we spent so much time down the mines, and rebellious because we've got a pompadour. It's very much a Japanese gang sort of thing. The pompadour. Anyway, it's the morning. We're supposed to go to the station, but we got some bits to do. Anyway, if we look at the stocks here, so the Urban Times, which we own a lot of stocks in, stayed the same. The price didn't go up. We can finally get all 400 of them. And we only had one more stock, I believe. We had one stock in the Nephro Theatre. Now we got 200, but the Nephro Theatre went up by 6. Yet we got 16 dividend. I think maybe it takes an average of how much each stock goes up by. And then reward you based on your total number of stocks that you have. Anyway, Theodore the art dealer. I think this might be the same art dealer that we saw in where do we call it? Fort Raven. He'll buy our Pablo paintings for a ridiculous amount of money. We've gone from having basically nothing to having 10,000. That's pretty nice. Okay, I once again went to the wrong floor. I wanted the art department, so let's go check on Pablo. Yeah, so anyway, I don't understand how the stocks dividend system works. It was supposed to be the amount each stock goes up by. You pay the dividend based on the amount you have. It's very confusing. I'm sure having one stock in something that went up by. Jesus, that's an expensive painting. You've got to buy it though. Glad I sold all the others. I wouldn't be able to afford that otherwise. It's nice to have, you know, like 10,000 on hand at all times in this game. It's nice to have. they really, really love Pablo. They really, really love him. Well, that's the last we'll be doing of Pablo's side quest for a while anyway. Pablo's not going to be heading off to New Haven, which is where we're going to be heading to. We can sell that painting that we got from Pablo for the same amount we paid for it there, so might as well get our money back. We're getting those paintings back eventually.
You're late! Where the heck were you?
Yeah, you're supposed to say you were at the hospital.
I was buying some last-minute supplies.
Did you see Sir John?
Makes sense, we went there last night, so...
He's worried that Malo hasn't come back from overseas. What? He's coming back here?
You said he's worried? Did something happen to Malo? We should probably hurry. Excuse me? We need to load one more Trotmobile on board.
You've got to be kidding! We're already packed full!
Oh, what are we gonna do now?
Jeez, this is 'cause you took so long. Looks like you're walking to New Haven, buddy.
That really looks like the only way. Would you mind?
He doesn't know how to get there. I'll show him the way.
Where would I be without you, Connie?
Just leave it to me.
All right, perfect. Let's get on the train. Be careful, you two.
I'll be waiting by your Trotmobile, okay? This should be fun.
Yep, but naturally we don't get to take the train. We have to walk to New Haven. Really isn't that far though. Yeah, unfortunately we still cannot return to Nephroburg. We have to finish up our business not only in Happy Garland but in New Haven. Or New Haven. Very Germanic name. Anyway, next time we shall be heading off that way. Until then, I shall bid you goodbye. Also, next update's not going to be for like a fortnight, sorry.